Welcome everyone. Today we'll be talking about the Lewis dot structure of iodine heptafluoride. Now it involves two elements, iodine and fluorine respectively. And prior to drawing the structure of iodine heptafluoride, we need to find out the valence electrons of the different atoms present in this molecule, which are iodine and fluorine. So in order to find the valence electrons, we need to deep dive into the electronic configurations. Now the electronic configuration of iodine is the inert configuration of krypton, and then 5s2 and 5p5. It is a fifth period element, therefore its valence shell is the fifth shell, 5, right? Now it has S subshell and P subshell, but it also has D, F, and furthermore also. See, normally we deal with S, P, D, and F subshells, but since it has D and F, it can achieve an excited state. So presently S subshell has 2 electrons and P has 5 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, right now, iodine has just a single unpaired electron, which means right now iodine can make just a single bond. But you can see that in IF7 it is making 7 bonds with fluorine. Iodine is making 7 bonds with fluorine. So how does it make so? It makes so by excitation. See, I told you that fifth period elements have extra D, which is vacant D subshell, and F subshell also, and maybe G also. So it has got a 5D vacant subshell which has 5 orbitals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, P has 3 orbitals, this first box, second box, and the third box. These boxes represent orbitals. Now, and it is vacant, right? This is the 5D1. And now see, there can be excitation or shifting of electrons from the P to D subshells. Now, one of the electrons from the P subshell can leave its place from here and sit in one of the orbitals of D subshell, suppose here. Now you see iodine has got 1, 2, 3 unpaired electrons, which means now iodine can make 3 covalent bonds. But let's suppose that if one more electron jumps and sits in one of the vacant orbitals of the 5D subshell, now iodine is able to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 covalent bonds. And suppose one more jumps and sits in one of the orbitals of 5D subshell. Now iodine can make 7 covalent bonds. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in its third excited state, iodine is going to make 7 covalent bonds with fluorine, and it has how many covalent valence electrons? 2 plus 5, 7 valence electrons. Okay, now talking about fluorine's electronic configuration is the inert configuration of helium, and then 2s2 and 2p5. 2s subshell has 2 electrons and 2p subshell has 5 electrons. But in this case, in fluorine's case, there is no 2d subshell. There's no such thing as 2D subshell. The second shell can only permit up to a maximum of 2 subshells, which are respectively S and P. In third shell, you have S, P, and D. In fourth shell, you have S, P, D, and F, right? So there can be no excitation in fluorine, and it has got just a single unpaired electron and will make just a single CB, single covalent bond. Now let's deep dive into the structural part. As you have understood on as to why iodine can make 7 bonds. It can make so by expanding its octet, right? Or simply you can say excitation. Okay, so iodine has got 7 valence electrons and it can make 7 covalent bonds by excitation, right? So you've got 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7. And fluorines, you have got 7 fluorines, and each fluorine has also got 7 valence electrons and just a single unpaired electron, which is why it is going to make just a single bond with iodine. So fluorine, one fluorine is going to be here, one here, one here, similarly another one here, one here, and the 7th fluorine will be here, right? And they've got 7 valence electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, notice fluorine wants to, every atom wants to complete its octet according to Lewis octet rule, right? So fluorine has got 7 valence electrons and it needs just a single electron more to be in a stable state. So each fluorine is going to make a single bond with iodine, the central atom, iodine, right? And this is the structure of IF7 Lewis dot structure, right? I am not talking about its molecular geometry right now. It will be published in a later video. I'm talking about the hybridization in a later video, right? But this is the Lewis dot structure of IF7. Okay, if okay, I'll say its hybridization is sp3. I think one second, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so its hybridization is sp3d3, and each fluorine has completed its octet 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Similarly, all of the fluorines have completed their octet, but there's a catch. Iodine has surpassed its value of octet completion, right? If you notice, after bond formation, how many number of electrons now iodine has shared with its surrounding atoms? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So iodine has got 14 electrons, way much more than 8 electrons, which is the rule given by Lewis. Okay, so does it exist? Does this molecule exist? Yes, it does, and it is an exception to Lewis octet rule. Exception. Okay, and such molecules which have more than 8 electrons in its central atom, they are said to be as hypervalent, HYPER, hypervalent molecules or expanded octet molecules. They're an exception to Lewis octet rule, and yes, they do exist, right? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any queries, please write it down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer you. Thank you so much.